Well, would you look at this? One of the biggest and most requested fan features for PlayStation users is actually happening this year, kind of, but more so happening for everybody in 2019, and that is the ability to change your PSN Online ID. But it's not without some complications. What is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, Man with a Million, back again with another video. And really quickly, I just want to thank everybody who watches my videos, who subscribe to the channel, as I just hit a big milestone. I crossed 20,000 subs today, and it means the world to me that you guys, check out all the videos I make, like them, share them on Twitter, leave some comments. I really enjoy making videos, and I am happy that you guys like to watch them. And I'm doing a little giveaway to celebrate that. I'm giving away a year of Xbox Live Gold, 6 months of Xbox Game Pass, as well as 50 random Xbox One digital games. The link will be in the description for that giveaway if you want to enter. And I know it's an Xbox giveaway, but hey, that's kind of what I have sitting here. And this is a PlayStation vid, but you guys know I do cover pretty much all gaming topics. And this is a big one because this is like maybe the most #1 requested thing PlayStation users wanted outside of maybe backwards compatibility for next generation. And that's like, hey, I can finally change my PSN Online ID. You know what? I don't really like having the name FartMuncher19 on PlayStation. I made it when I was a teenager. And, I've grown up and I wanted to get rid of it. I wanted to, have a very good name, and I want people to make fun of me. Well, now you'll be able to do that. It's still kind of weird that, the way PSN was structured back in the way really affected this happening, because literally you can change your name at most other places, specifically Sony's competition Xbox, which has had it since launch. So the details here and the complications, there are actually quite a bit. So this is what Sid Schumann had to say on the PlayStation blog, and I'll have it linked in the description. He says that they're happy to announce that they'll be testing the long-awaited feature, which allows you to change your PlayStation Network Online ID, and the PSN Online ID change will be a preview program beta, and they're going to be welcoming select users that have pre-registered as testers for other previous PS4 software betas. And during the preview program, you'll be able to change your online ID as many times as you want. The first change is free, and the changes after that will cost $10 US. For PlayStation Plus members, it will cost $5 after the first change. Changes to Online ID can be made through the settings menu or via the profile change on your PS4. So pretty basic stuff. On Xbox, they have the same thing. If it's your first change, they let you change it for free, or even if you kind of get, people say your gamer tag is bad, you get those people reporting your gamer tag, they'll usually let you change it for free to get away from that. But afterwards, it costs a little bit of money to change it, and you can change it as many times as you want. So the similar thing is happening here, although they are offering a discount if you are a PSN Plus member. I'm not actually sure Xbox does that, so interesting. They go on to say, when you change your online ID, you have the option to display your previous ID with your new ID so your friends can recognize you. Once you decide to display your old ID or not, you won't be able to adjust this after completing the online ID change process. See, that's kind of weird to me. I'm not really that in tune to the whole online ID PlayStation thing because I didn't get a PlayStation until recently. My gamer tag on Xbox is Randall Thor 19. It's always been that. It will always be that. I appear as Randall Thor 19 to every one of my friends. So this thing here is kind of weird to me. I appear as Rand _AL _ Thor 19 on PlayStation ID. That's my PSN ID because someone had my name and they don't allow spaces for whatever reason on PlayStation, but maybe that's what the whole name thing. Either way, that's not really the complications. This is the complication. And they say that this feature is compatible with PS4 games originally published after April 1st, 2018, and a large majority of the most played PS4 games that were released before this date. However, please note, not all games and applications for PS4, PS3, and PS Vita systems are guaranteed to support the online ID changes, and users may occasionally encounter issues or errors in certain games. For any reason you experience issues after changing your ID, you can revert back to your original ID for free at any time. You will only be able to revert once during the preview program. Reverting back to an old ID will resolve most issues caused by the ID change. In addition, when this feature officially launches, a list of compatible games published before April 1st, 2018 will be provided on PlayStation.com. This preview program for this feature is scheduled to conclude at the end of November, and the full rollout of the feature to all PS4 owners is planned for early 2019, so stay tuned for updates. So not everything's gonna work so smoothly. Games published after April 1st, well, they'll work just fine, but there's a lot of games that came out before then. And they say that you might encounter issues or errors. They don't really say what those issues or errors could be. Maybe it's not your name displaying correctly. Maybe it's, who knows? Honestly, they don't really go into what issues it could be, but is that something to really worry about? I don't really know. I don't really know much about how PlayStation Network was created. I know it's taken them an extremely long time to get this done. And there must be a huge story behind it. A lot of people probably, they threw probably a lot of engineers at this to finally fix whatever problems, and they're like, hey, you know what, it's gonna cause some issues. And they just decided to go along with it. Now, interestingly enough, Sony's been making some recent moves, and I believe this PSN name change, as well as the crossplay, really are more with an eye for the PlayStation 5 launch rather than PlayStation 4. You see, notice how they're both in beta. Not only the crossplay, but this name change thing is coming out, and this will be released to full 2019, just in time for a new generation of consoles. Same thing with the crossplay. Sony's making these moves at the end of this generation to ensure that everything is working properly as intended and there's no bugs or anything like that for the future generation, which is pretty smart. You're going to have new users coming in with the PlayStation 5, you're going to have old users coming in with the PlayStation 5, and you don't want people to say, oh, it would be great, the PlayStation 5 is great, but I wish we could still change our names, I wish we could do X, Y, and Z. Sony's looking at all the different lists of feedback that their users have given them, and they're, checking them off the list. So when PlayStation 5 launches and you have a powerful system with some great exclusives, you also have crossplay working properly, you also have name changes, crossed off the list. You potentially even, as I saw a rumor today, that there might be some sort of PS handheld to go along with the PlayStation 5. Sony seems to be covering all their bases in preparation for the switchover. We've seen the patents talking about, hey, backwards compatibility is a thing. They're going through the list, marking it off, making sure everything's going to run smoothly and everyone's happy with the switchover. So when you get your PlayStation 5, you don't really have anything to complain about. It's a new gen. It's pretty smart. And Xbox seems to be doing a similar thing. They recently bought all these studios so they can have all these games to be able to compete with Sony and Google and the like. We've got next generation right around the corner. Seems like it might be sooner than anybody ever thought. Pretty interesting information. Unfortunately, these compatibility issues, I hope they aren't really too severe. Hopefully it's that, you change your ID and it says, hey, you don't own this game, or you lose your trophies, as, there was that rumor going around as well. Hopefully it's more like, oh, your name won't be on the leaderboard and things like that. But I would love to read about behind the scenes of what happened with PlayStation Network, how it was created, and why they had such a tough time making this happen. And you know what? Shout out to Sean Layden. He was at PSX this last year, kind of was making fun of him. Well, not making fun of him, but joking around about how he wanted to have this done so he wouldn't have to get any questions answered from last PSX or this PSX, and then they canceled this PSX, and it's like, hey, well, you dodged a bullet there, but hey, he was a man of his word. He said it was going to happen, and look, it's in the preview program going out to everybody next year. So hope all the PlayStation fans out there are happy. Let me know what you think about this. Are you going to change your name? Are you happy with your current name? And if you are, Obviously, this won't mean much to you, but I'm sure it means a lot to other people out there. Are you happy with the price? $10, $5 for a PSN Plus membership change or whatever? Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below, and as always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share it out with your friends on social media like Twitter, hit the subscribe button if you want to be a part of the channel. I have that big giveaway going on, links in the description. I'm Thor. Hope you enjoy your stay. And hit the notification bell if you always want to be notified first when I drop new content. Thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see everybody in the next video. Later, guys.